Hey guys, what's going on? Anna Marie here, also known as Roxy Surf Chick. So, as many of you know who follow me on Twitter and have been following my YouTube channel, I'm currently in the running for Maxim's Gamer Girl. Basically, this all started with my friend Chris, who told me all about it. I was really interested, so I decided to do it. Basically, Maxim was having an audition. And this audition, I'm not quite sure how it either helps the selection process. All I know is that it was something I wanted to do, so I needed to figure out a way to get my ass up to New York City. I'm about 3.5 hours away from the city itself. The location where the auditions were being held by Maxim is at 21st Street Games. For those who don't know, they make Techno Kitten Adventure as well as Nyan Cat Adventure, and they actually had us play both the games. You can play them on your Android, you can play them on your iPod, iPad, iPhone, Xbox Live, so you can play them all different ways. I played the Nyan Cat on my iPhone while I was waiting. It's really it's difficult for me, maybe because I'm not used to tapping my screen like that, but once I got the hang of it, it was actually a lot of fun. I played Techno Kitten Adventure on the Xbox Live. I was Bacon Kitten, but I'll tell you guys a little more about that here in a minute. So basically, I needed to get my ass up to New York. I got up at 3 in the morning on Thursday. I had 4 hours of sleep, and I drove myself to Pearl River, I believe it was. And then I got on the train. I took the train to Secaucus. I better be saying that right. But I took the train to Secaucus and then I took it to Penn Station. Then from Penn Station, I went and I got kind of breakfast. I was so nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I don't know what they're gonna ask me, what kind of questions. Are they gonna have me demo games? Or type of questions that was, why are you the best Maxim gamer girl that is here today? So I was kind of ready for those. I figured do what I can. So basically what happens is I show up to the game studio. So they had me wait outside with the other girls, and there was about, at this point in time, 4 or 5 other girls, I think, total. We were all just kind of waiting there. We signed our sheet, we got signed in, they gave us our numbers, and then after a while they're like, okay, they're ready for you. So we went upstairs and they put us in the conference room. But the auditions and all the interviewing and everything else was going to be held in their main lobby. I'm not gonna lie, the layout of the studio itself is really cool. They had us go into the conference room. What I had to do was fill out a release form just in case my video gets posted on the website or any of the photos get used publicly later on down the road, so on and so forth, that I'm signing the release to let you use my image and my photos for Maxim Gamer Girl. What they had you do was they had you stand against the door, and then you had to have the number up and you smiled, and then you put the number down, and so it was just kind of like an impromptu headshot without the number itself, and then you just kind of sat there and waited for a little while. You were basically waiting for them to finish setting up and getting everything together. We just kind of hung out in the conference room. The girls that I was actually sitting with are a cool group of girls, and the girls that showed up were really nice girls. I had no problems with them. I was really oh my god, finally, human beings. And I could be wrong. Some of the girls might just be models that were told to go to this by their agents. Could have had me fooled. I don't know. We talked. We had a long, not a long time to wait, but we had a little while to wait. So we got to get to know each other, and by the end of it, we were joking we've all known each other for so long. So halfway through, the 2 girls in front of me go. Their turn is done. About 2 to 3 other girls come in. One of the girls I do recognize from the circuit. I know her more from being on the Halo side, not Call of Duty. And really nice girl. I believe I've met her a couple times in the past. I have a terrible memory, so I apologize on that. Great, we were joking when we were laughing at catching up a little bit on what was going on with MLG. And then finally it was my turn. I was about 3rd in line, and so they had me go out. I had to do the little clipboard thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm doing the hand motion. I can imagine it in my head, but it's the board that gets clicked and you're and action. And you feel all fancy. So I clicked that little thingy. I felt like a fucking movie star. I felt like I was on. No, I'm just kidding. So I clicked that thing, and then I answered some questions. Who am I? Where am I from? I kind of threw him off a little bit, actually. when they ask, like, where am I from, I'm like, well, I'm actually kind of from two different places. I'm from California, Pennsylvania. And they looked at me like, is this girl on drugs? And I was like, no, listen. My parents are divorced. I'm from two different states. It makes sense if you think about it. And I was just like, no, listen. I'm not on drugs. I promise. Unless you count chocolate a drug, because I'm honestly, truthfully addicted to that. That's all I've been eating. I've been sitting here all day just eating chocolate as I've been gaming. So they asked me questions. What type of games do I play? They asked me, why do I think that I'm Maxim's gamer girl? And I had to answer all these types of questions. I do admit I done goofed once. I was asked what type of systems do I own? And I meant to say PSP, the 3000 edition, the one that had a brighter screen when the sun hits it. I can picture the marketing campaign when I used to work at GameStop exactly for it. But me and my dyslexia decided to say PS3000. I totally forgot that P right there. So I stumbled over my words. And it wasn't too bad, but I still am like kicking myself. Every once in a while I'm like, Anna, you're so fucking stupid. But it could be worse. I could not know any of the answers or anything they did ask me about. And it worked out really well. So after the interview part, they had me sit on the couch, and then they had me demo the Techno Kitten Adventure. And like I said before, that game was actually a lot of fun. It's a bit of a learning curve. I didn't quite understand what I could hit, what I couldn't hit. And then all of a sudden, like, I hit these pills, and I felt like my screen was on crack. And, like, everything was shaking. I was going backwards every once in a while. Like, the screen would flip. I had no idea what was going on. But I was baking cat, so everything was forgiven. The world was alright. And, you know, everything is sunshine and roses. If people still think that everything is... well, whatever. Then they had me demo a little bit for Battlefield. I tried noob tubing a guy because I was just feeling like a dickhead, and of course the guy is eating all of my bullets, tubes and all, and I just wanted to like snap my controller in half in anger. I was like, bitch, I'm trying to show off here and you're eating my bullets like they're Skittles. Thank you. Could you please fucking die? I don't know if this is like connection or if, you know, you really want to hump my leg right now, but I would appreciate it if you would, you know, just play dead, keel over, you know, say, ugh, it's a flesh wound, something, you know, help a girl out right now. But nope, he was an asshole, totally ate every single bullet I threw at him. So, whatever, can't hate on that. Overall, I would have to say that my experience auditioning for Maxim's a Gamer Girl was a really positive one. I was a little nervous going in. I wasn't sure, you know, what type of questions they would ask me, lean towards stuff that isn't really gaming or that were like more vague, but I'm happy with everything that went on. I got to meet a lot of amazing new people. I did actually download their Nyan Cat game, and it is addicting. You people need to check it out. There is a free version, so you don't have to pay for it if you don't want to, but at least check out the free version. I'm not getting paid. This is not a sponsorship. This is just me throwing out my 2 cents. So overall, great experience. Had a fun time. I went up to PAX East that day on Friday. That video will be uploaded here within a day or two. I'm going to do my very, very best to get it up very quickly. But that's basically what happened with my audition for Maxim. Just waiting to hear everything out. Shameless little plug, I'm still in the running for Maxim's Gamer Girl. If you'd like to go vote for me, you can vote once a day. I'd really appreciate it. If not, I totally understand. I still love you and sex you anyways. I will see you guys all later. I want to try and get this video uploaded right now just because I love you guys. And I will see you guys all later. Night, guys.
UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV online. Job complete. Well done.
That should have been a dog. And I was about to die.